Aloha guys, JRTV here. Yet to do some live because Streamlabs needs to be configured via my laptop. I've been working some extensive hours, and yet I wanted to at least make it a point to offer a greetings and update, and also do a little light work. So I'm actually wrapping up the affairs, dealing with myself and MrG, dissolving connections with him because of ongoing back and forth, combination of misunderstandings and disagreements, and what I'm seeing is that there may be no way to end on friendly terms. He has mentioned, let's say there has been mention of the two TROs that were placed upon me approximately 7 years ago, and the reason for them was primarily due to my lack of respect for women in particular. Just kind of, I used to kind of, go to places where women were like, different establishments, and just kind of be just a little inappropriate, a little weird, and that builds up over time. And so, but that was in part due to my lack of self-control, partly lack of any focus or interests. When you're just going around randomly, you don't really, sometimes you get involved in mischief if you have energy but you don't know how to direct it. And also on top of all that, I had also been under this negative, had this negative viewpoint of women because I labeled women my authority figures, for example, mother, grandmother, aunt, whatever. And what happens is when you do stuff like that, even if they're nice people, it makes you resistant and not like people. And so we want to try and get away from that negativity, and I've done that successfully by no longer labeling anyone, whether men or women, as my authorities, and thus being able to have more respect for myself as my own authority, and of course in turn men and women. So I was able to do that, and that allowed me to be in a more positive light. Part of it was just a craving for attention as well, and I've learned to fulfill my own attention and wants, and just feel good about being me, and talking to me, reflecting on me, caring about me, and in turn caring about others, relating that energy of respect and appreciation to other people. So that's the synopsis of how I overcame any desires to be in a situation where somebody might consider me offensive or want a TRO, which I have 2 of. And so, but I'm transparent. I'm willing to express my limitations, you know, and show that I've become, you know, conscious of them and dealt with them in a healthy way. Although I haven't really, you know, sought psychological, you know, professional guidance, I feel like I've learned from YouTube and also from just myself and observations and my thoughts how to properly manage my mind and have more self-control, you know, all the stuff I talk about, the chakras and everything. But the point is that, you know, I don't have anything to hide. I'm completely forthcoming, and I think that's what makes me a quality person, somebody who's, you know, willing to show people I'm willing to show people my limitations, and therefore and thus I can transcend them and help other people who have had similar situations, and so, you know, you know, I feel good. I feel good about the whole situation. At least I can say I tried my best to be respectful of Mr. G, and in this instance, I have to respect him at a distance. And you know, anybody commenting, like I do appreciate people like Big Jim and others, you know, Shoshan, Harriet, just people who've tried to maybe talk to Mr. G and, you know, just say that I'm, you know, that I've been an ally to him. But, you know, it's just differences of opinion and life preferences that, you know, will have led us to different paths, and it's just unfortunate we weren't able to figure out an amicable way to conclude our business together. And it was business, you know, it was also trying to be friends with each other, but more importantly, it was business. We did what we could for each other financially, and you know, he's introduced to me this this level of focus and, you know, ability to get things done, in particular in the IRL, you know, doing good episodes, making shows, creating content. You know, he's really worked hard on it, and so yeah, well, you know, hoping you know, things turn out well for him. You know, we'll see. And now I want to just do a little light work session. You know, visualize some positive ideas and concepts. And the way I'm going to do that is by starting off with a visualization of yourself and your own space. You can look at yourself in a mirror and just imagine the brilliant white light you can beam your hands, your legs, and just imagine you've got your fingers out like this, right? And just beam, see the brilliant white light like an aura surrounding yourself. You know, look at that brilliance, right? And just imagine for a moment that it's coming down on you, and it just like a sphere of light, and grab it and bring that sphere of light to yourself and activate your whole chakra now, or activate your whole your aura. Hey. And then you go ahead and do a perimeter scan like this. Just imagine the light going through your cell phone, your computer, you know, your clothing, especially if nothing else, your bedroom, your bed where you can protect yourself against dark spirits by imagining that white force field of light. And you know, back in time, if you do investigative research, you'll see that people have done this stuff. Pardon, I forgot to stream or to film in portrait mode. You'll see that this you know, there are people who do the sealing of the forehead or light work. You know, it's revealed in stuff like the Flower of Life book. They do it at an organization called Sukyo Mahikari. And they do it in different places. They do it all over the place. They do it. They even did it in like the ancient Hawaiian culture. They sealed the forehead. The children they did a light visualization for their you know, for their body, or for their head in particular. I mean, you can look this stuff up. The only difference that maybe for me compared to others is I don't really, like, I could do the light work for other people, but for me that's a task, and you know, it takes time to meet people, set up. I just do it spontaneously, like the way I do it. Hey man, have a good day. So for now I just do it, beam it wherever I need to, and so that entails stuff like beaming people subtly. Like I'll keep my hand like this, and I'll just, you know, imagine I'm beaming people, smiling, they grabbing the beam of light, or it activating them, or going straight through them, and they just react in joy. It's just a fun little routine. And you know, it's positive. It's the whole goal is to just be nice to each other and acknowledge each other, but most importantly, protect your own mind and fill it with the content and information that you want to have. You know, Caesar, aloha. It's good to see you, man. In any case, so we can visualize more. We can visualize, say, You know, whoever you're worried about or concerned about, you know, even like myself, I might visualize Mr. G. It's, you know, trying to imagine him smiling, getting, you know, positive stuff done wherever he is, you know. And it has nothing to do with him, although it may even positively, you know, they say prayer works. I believe in the power of the mind. I do think prayer does work as far as the intentions of the mind to broadcast information, or like you program your mind like you know, you would program a computer, right? And I also think it kind of broadcasts out. So it may affect him, but it'll definitely affect me. Instead of thinking of the confusion that we've experienced together, I can just think of maybe, you know, we're no longer associated, but you know, I can think good thoughts for him so that things, you know, work out for him in whatever way. And the cool thing about the light work is it's simple. It's not really an opinion, if you will. It's not like me thinking like what he should best do. It's just me imagining him or someone else smiling. Like sometimes when I get anxious, you know, I'll about maybe someone I'm physically attracted to. You know, I don't like, it's not good to be anxious. Like the ego and a lot of people might tell you that, oh, you know, in order to work hard, or, you know, you have to have difficult. Of course, some difficulties, some challenges can be satisfying, get some accomplishments going. But I don't think that, you know, there should be that much anxiety where you feel like you have to do something. You know, I believe it should be a little different. It should be like where, I'm crossing the street here. I believe it should be where people are, how do I say this? You know, not thinking specifically about how to figure things out. You know, that this is the more abstract side of life, this meditation that I do. You know, it's the opposite of thinking, okay, now I need a plan A, B, C, and D. It's more of like doing the light work and thinking that, oh, you know, this positive energy will, you know, attract things, and you need to be in a positive frame of mind in order to be creative and get stuff done. Like you can't. Let me show you guys the ocean for a sec here. You can't. You can't be in a bad mood and get stuff done. You know, you can't feel badly for people to help them. You know, the only way to best help people is when you're strong and feeling good, and then you're able to, you know, be of service to others, right? And right now I'm just coming out on the ocean here. I want to show you guys a nice ocean vista. I might even jump in myself. Gonna take it easy here. Feel the nice ocean vibes. But yeah, that's about light work. That's just some more in-depth look at the you know, at the effect of light work. And you know, coming to the ocean, man, it's easy to forget all these troubles. You just get in the water, feel good. So I'm going to say aloha from here, Waikiki Beach. And thanks for considering my viewpoints. You know, let's remember to do some. I got a recommendation from Cletus to do a ASMR, you know, some peaceful music and do some light work. That's in the works, you know, and other stuff is in the works. You know, live broadcast. But for now, I say aloha to you all, and be well.